70 degrees right now in downtown Cedar Rapids. You're with The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And we've got Cedar Rapids Kernel baseball coming your way in just a moment as the Kernels will get set to take on the Clinton LumberKings. Now, it was scheduled to be a doubleheader. Well, that is not the case anymore. It is going to be a single game, but it will start at an earlier time. It's going to get underway right now at 11:50 or so at the pregame with Andy Pantini, and then 12 noon with the first pitch. So again, only one game this afternoon between the Kernels and the Clinton LumberKings. Scheduled to be a doubleheader, but they petitioned the Midwest League since this game is essentially meaningless. Instead of playing a doubleheader, they're just going to play the one game. So we'll join that coming up here in just a little bit. Want to remind you that we've got game night coming up here from ESPN Radio. That'll be coming your way in just a little while. Tonight, right after Live at 5 and the TV9 News at 6. And then on Thursday night, high school football gets underway as it will be the Washington Warriors, number one in a lot of polls in the early part of the season. And they will be taking on the Prairie Hawks. We'll have it for you beginning just after 7 o'clock coming up on Thursday night right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 KCRG. Again, now we dropped 69 degrees in downtown Cedar Rapids, and we're going to get you out to Cedar Rapids Kernel baseball. Andy Pantini, one more time, pinch hitting for John Rogers out at Alliant Energy Field in Clinton, Iowa. So right now we throw it to Andy for Cedar Rapids Kernel baseball.
Thanks, Scott Unash, back at the corner of 2nd Avenue and 5th Street in Cedar Rapids. The rains have let up here at Alliant Energy Field. My wife Lori and I spent a rather relaxing afternoon as we were rained out yesterday, seeing the sights and taking in the local attractions here in the city of Clinton, Iowa. The Kernels and LumberKings set to wrap up this 2003 season with a single game this afternoon. They were rained out, but because, as Scott said earlier on our show, the game is virtually meaningless. The LumberKings have qualified for the playoffs. They will host the Kane County Cougars here at Alliant Energy Field on Wednesday, September 3rd. The Cedar Rapids Kernels will return back to Cedar Rapids tonight. And for the most part, the team will disperse to the 4 wins. Several members of this Kernels team have been assigned to the Arizona Fall League. They will continue playing baseball throughout the fall and early winter. And Kernels manager Todd Klaus has been named to be one of the managers for the Arizona Fall League team. One other honor that we'd like to pass along to you, Abel Moreno. Abel Moreno was named the Pioneer League Pitcher of the Year for his 10-0 record before coming to Cedar Rapids. Abel will be the starting pitcher today, and we'll be back after the short break with the Allen Motor Company's starting lineups. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on The Zone.
I cannot face anyone but me. Baby, can't you see I know what's right for me? Don't tell me wrong from right. I know just what I like. Yeah, call me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has time. They've got their own kind of style. Some to shout it out. It's that Toya Pepsi.
The ability to read. Nothing's more important in predicting the future success of a child. Thanks to the generous, ongoing support of Toyota Financial Services, Kernel players visited a record 25 schools last spring to encourage children to read, with a series of dazzling rewards from Toyota Financial Services serving as incentives. An all-time high, 1,451 girls and boys read last summer. The Kernels salute Toyota Financial Services.
Back here on the Kernel pregame show, I'm Andy Pantini, pinch hitting for John Rogers. John on his way back home now from Denver, Colorado, as he attended his sister's wedding. The Kernels are going to wrap up the regular season here today against the Clinton LumberKings. Their second half record, 34-34 on the season. Overall, 66-71. The Clinton LumberKings, 38-30. Their overall record, 68-66. The LumberKings qualified for as the wild card team in the second half of the Midwest League Western Division by defeating the Kernels 5-3. That back on Saturday night here at Alliant Energy Field. Yesterday morning, the rain set in here about 10 a.m. That rained all day until about 6:30. The tarp was on the field here at Lion Energy Field, but the rain not letting up for the better part of the day. We were scheduled to play a doubleheader today, but after consultation with the Kernels and Midwest League President George Spelius, the teams have decided to play one 9-inning game this afternoon. And before we play that 9-inning game, here's the Allen Motor Company starting lineup. The Allen Motor Company campus located at the junction of Boyson Road and I-380, featuring some of the best new and used cars your money can buy. Allen Motor Company, the proud sponsor of the Kernels starting lineup. For the Clinton LumberKings, leading off for them will be center fielder Anthony Webster. Batting second and playing second base, Cameron Coughlin. Batting third and playing first base, Nate Gold. In the cleanup spot, the LumberKing right fielder, Hector Lebron. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Manny Santana. In the sixth spot, the designated hitter, Pedro Cairo. Batting seventh and playing third base, Randall Shelley. Batting eighth and playing left field, Larry Grayson. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, Jose Gonzalez. The starting pitcher for the LumberKings this afternoon, Luis Rodriguez. He is 2-0 on the season with a 6.85 earned run average. In 23 2/3 innings, he has struck out 17, walked 8, and the league batting .324 against LumberKings starter Luis Rodriguez. Your Colonel Allen Motor Company starting lineup has Quan Cosby leading off and playing center field. Quan batting .246, no home runs, 21 RBI. Batting second and playing right field, Kevin Jenkins. Kevin batting .175, 1 home run, 9 RBI. Batting third, playing shortstop, Adam Pavkovich. In the cleanup spot, playing third base, Greg Porter. Greg batting .305, 4 home runs, 51 RBI. In the 5 spot, number 24, left fielder Caleb Mayer. Batting sixth and doing the catching, former Marion Prep star Alex Devorsky. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Jake Mathis. Batting eighth and playing first base, Matt Abram. And batting ninth and playing second base, B.J. Weed. The Colonel's starting pitcher this afternoon, Abel Moreno. His record with the Colonels this season, 1 win, 1 defeat, a 0.66 earned run average in 13 2/3 innings. He has struck out 13 batters, allowed only 1 walk, and the league batting .229 against Abel Moreno, who earlier this week was named the Pioneer League Pitcher of the Year for his 10-0 record with the Provo Angels. We'll take this short break on the Colonel pregame show, and when we return, some speculation reminiscing about the 2003 season. You're listening to Colonel's Baseball on the Zone.
Tune in each Saturday morning from 9 a.m. until 10 for the Zone's Coach's Corner. It's Eastern Iowa's only year-round coaches show. Join me, Scott Unash, along with Pinky Primrose, as high school coaches from the metro and the area discuss the big games and their teams. That's the Zone's Coach's Corner program, each Saturday morning from 9 until 10, live from Arena, 685 Marion Boulevard, between Collins Road and Blair's Ferry Road in Marion. Only here on your prep sports leader, the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG.
You can feel it. It's all you think about. It's in your blood. It's your mantra. Your reason for being. It's in our blood, too. That's why nobody has more football than the Zone. ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. The NFL. All season long, catch every play of every Sunday and Monday night game here in the Zone. The BCS? How about Rose, Orange, Fiesta, and the National Championship Sugar Bowl? All live, all on the Zone. How about the AFC and NFC playoffs and championship games? The Zone. Super Bowl? The high holy day for football fans? 4 simple letters. Z-O-N-E. Getting the pattern here?
Can you stand anymore?
It's ESPN College Game Day all day Saturday and ESPN NFL Game Day all day Sunday. The Zone. Plus NFL Preview Friday nights, the CBS Sportsline Fantasy Show Saturday morning, and NFL Insider on Saturday nights. Where? Where else? If you love football as much as we do, lock it on the Zone. ESPN Radio.
Are you ready for some football?
Back here at Alliant Energy Field as we are playing one nine-inning game today. The Kernels and LumberKings rained out yesterday, but after consultation with League President George Spelius and both managers, they've decided to play one 9-inning game instead of a doubleheader this afternoon. The Kernels' 2003 season, some people may see it as a disappointment, as the Kernels did not qualify for the Midwest League playoffs. It is disappointing for the Kernels staff and players not to be playing into September. But on the positive side, we've had two members of our team, Eric Ibar and Alberto Callaspo, named to the postseason Midwest League All-Star team. Alberto Callaspo more than likely will win the batting title. And certainly we've seen one of the most talented infield combinations, middle infield combinations, in Callaspo and Ibar. The plays that they have made have amazed both our fans back at New Veterans Memorial Stadium and fans on the road in the Midwest League. The Kernels staff, led by General Manager Jack Rader, will take some time off after a long, grueling 140-game schedule and reflect on what we did right and what we did wrong during the 2003 season. We value the input from you, the fans, and that's why during the last homestand we were conducting surveys at the gate. Those surveys will help us decide what you would like to see at the New Veterans Memorial Stadium, what we did right, and what we can improve on. The Kernel staff will probably take a little time off, regroup, plan for next year, and then in November kick it off for the 2004 season. And what a 2004 season on the way. The Kernels will be hosting the Midwest League All-Star Game at New Veterans Memorial Stadium, where the entire Midwest League comes to Cedar Rapids. They have the opportunity to see this great facility, New Veterans Memorial Stadium, that was built to open the 2002 season. We're just about ready to get underway here at Alliant Energy Field. We'll take this final break on the Kernels pregame show. And when we come back, the final Kernels baseball game of the 2003 season. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone. Our national anthem being played prior to this afternoon's game between the LumberKings and Kernels. The sun trying to poke through the overcast sky here at Alliant Energy Field. As we said earlier in our broadcast, we were rained out yesterday. The rain started about 10 a.m. and lasted until 6, even though the tarp was on the field here. They did call the game as they did not really foresee any type of break in the weather. But the weather this afternoon, a very fall-like day. Overcast skies, a relatively brisk wind out of the east. Certainly not uncomfortable baseball weather. The Clinton LumberKings on the field completing their warm-ups before we start the first inning. We'll go around the horn and set their defense. Left field, Larry Grayson. Center field, Anthony Webster. And in right field, Hector Lebron. The infield at third base, Randall Shelley, shortstop, Jose Gonzalez, second baseman, Cameron Coughlin, and first baseman, Nate Gold. The catcher is Manny Santana, and the starting pitcher for the LumberKings this afternoon, Luis Rodriguez. Luis on the season, a 2-0 record in 23 2/3 innings. He has a 6.85 earned run average, struck out 17, walked 8, and the league batting .324 against LumberKings starter Luis Rodriguez. The Kernels will send to the plate this afternoon to lead it off Quan Cosby. Quan has led off both the games and done a most admirable job taking over in center field from Rancho Melgarejo. Rancho was promoted to Rancho Cucamonga shortly after the All-Star break. Quan on the season, 246, no home runs, and 21 RBI. The umpires this afternoon, Josh Carlisle behind the plate and Jeremy Barb on the bases. The Clinton LumberKings in a very festive mood as they have qualified for the playoffs. They will take on the first half champions, the Keene County Cougars, their first game here at Alliant Energy Field on Wednesday, September 3rd at 7 o'clock. The LumberKings dressed in their black batting practice jerseys. The Kernels wearing their red batting practice jerseys. A very colorful scene here on the field. As Quan Cosby steps into the batter's box, and we're underway here from Alliant Energy Field. The first pitch is a strike called. 66 degrees announced as our game time temperature. The three flags in center field, the state of Iowa, the American flag, and the POW flag, fully extended with a brisk breeze as a fastball from Rodriguez misses low, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Quan Cosby as the pitch is on the way. He swings and rips one down the third baseline, and that is a fair ball as it rolls into left field. Larry Grayson retrieves it, throws to second base, and Quan Cosby slides underneath the throw. The ball dying once it got into the outfield. The outfield grass may be still fairly wet from yesterday's rain. The tag applied by Cameron Coughlin, but Quan Cosby safe with a leadoff double. That brings up Kevin Jenkins. Kevin on the season, 175. Batting average, 1 home run, 9 RBI. The first pitch from Rodriguez outside, ball 1. Andy Pantini pinch hitting for John Rogers on the zone this afternoon. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and fouled back to the screen, strike 1. Ron Roadrunner Pline acting as Colonel Bat Boy and equipment manager today. Scampers over from his position outside the third base dugout as the fastball misses high and inside, ball 2. And the count now 2-1 to Colonel right fielder Kevin Jenkins. Colonels wearing their bright red batting practice tops this afternoon. White numbers trimmed in blue, and a blue script Kernels across the front. A curveball misses outside, ball 3. The count now 3-1 to the number 2 batter, Kevin Jenkins. Just underway here from Alliant Energy Field. Quan Cosby led off the game with a double down the left field line. He's at second base. And Kevin Jenkins at the plate ahead in the count, 3-1. The pitch from Rodriguez, strike called by home plate umpire Josh Carlisle. The count now full to Kevin Jenkins. Kernels and LumberKings scheduled to play a doubleheader this afternoon. That has been changed to 1 9-inning game as Rodriguez steps off the mound and looks Quan Cosby back at second base. The 3-2 pitch, and Jenkins checks his swing on a high fastball. They appeal down to base umpire Jeremy Barr, but it is a walk. And the Kernels have runners at first and second, nobody out, and Adam Patkovich, the batter. Adam playing shortstop this afternoon. .320 average on the season, 1 home run, 18 RBI. Right-handed Patkovich set to receive the first pitch from Luis Rodriguez. And the pitch on the way, a swing and fouled off over the right side of the grandstand here at Alliant Energy Field. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Patkovich. This is just outside, ball one, the count even at 1-1. A very light crowd on hand here at Alliant Energy Field, mainly due to the early start time. We were initially planning to start today at 2 o'clock on Labor Day. It seems like a Sunday to me. The 1-1 pitch on the way, strike called at the knees, and Adam behind 1-2. Some activity in the LumberKing bullpen already. LumberKings are sure getting their pitching rotation ready for the playoffs as a fastball missing outside, 2-2. Nick Massett was initially designated to be today's starting pitcher. But with the rain out yesterday, the rotation shuffled around as the LumberKings prepare their rotation for the playoffs. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And Adam Patkovich down on strikes. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Greg Porter. Greg on the season, .305 batting average, 4 home runs, 51 RBI. Greg has had a phenomenal run this season. Only playing in 78 games this season. This will be the 79th game. As Rodriguez sets and Porter scalds one into right field. Todd Klaus waving Cosby home from first as Jenkins cruises into third, and an RBI single by Greg Porter. Greg Porter ripped the first pitch from Rodriguez into right field. Hector Lebron retrieved it and threw it into Cameron Coughlin. And Quan Cosby scoring easily from second base. 1-0 Kernels here, and that brings up Caleb Mayer. Caleb playing left field today, batting .233, 7 home runs, 45 RBI. 1-0 Kernels, runners on the corners and 1 out as Luis Rodriguez takes his signal from Manny Santana. And the first pitch to Caleb Mayer, a swing and grounded foul down the third baseline. Couple of pitchers from the bullpen sprinting down, trying to fake Rhodey out from getting the foul ball down the baseline, and now they're arguing about who is going to get it, and they both retreat back to the bullpen as Rhodey comes out. The count now even as the fastball misses high. And finally, Jeff Marquez comes down and rolls the ball into the Kernels dugout. As the 1-1 pitch on the way to Mayer, a strike called on the outside corner. The count 1-2 to Caleb Mayer. One to nothing Kernels here in the top of the first inning. Kevin Jenkins at third, Greg Porter at first, Caleb Mayer at the plate. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and lifted into shallow right field. Hector Lebron coming on, he will not get it. It drops in for a single. And Kevin Jenkins scores from third base. The Kernels now lead the LumberKings 2-0. Caleb Mayer lifted a 1-2 pitch from Luis Rodriguez into shallow right field. Hector Lebron was coming on, but not with a lot of enthusiasm as the ball dropped in front of him, and Kevin Jenkins scored easily from third base. Alex Devorsky, the batter. Alex batting .248 on the season, 7 home runs, 36 RBI. As he awaits the first pitch, he sculls it. A line drive snared by Cameron Coughlin. He flips to Jose Gonzalez as they double Greg Porter off at second base. Alex Devorsky lining into a 4-6 double play. And the Kernels are retired at the end of the first half inning of play. 2 runs for the Kernels on 3 hits. They strand a runner, and there were no LumberKing errors. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, the score Cedar Rapids 2, the LumberKings coming to bat. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Yes, Cedar Rapids, thanks for stepping up to the plate and increasing the amount of materials you are recycling every year. But we can always do more. Remember, most paper products, cardboard, metals, plastic, and glass materials can be recycled. So don't throw them in your garbage containers. Put them in your blue curbside recycling box for Collection Day. Cedar Rapids Solid Waste and Recycling reminds you, save landfill space and natural resources. Recycle everything you can. Here's a fact about the new Veterans Memorial Stadium I bet you didn't know. All of the grounds surrounding our community's newest source of pride are maintained by Greg's Lawn Service. That's right, it's Greg's Lawn Service that provides you with that initial lift when you approach our magnificent new ballpark. Greg's Lawn Service can put their first-class signature on your yard, elevating it to the same immaculate condition you see around the stadium. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest since 1983. You know how it is to have a good friend, someone who stands by you during good times as well as the bad. That's the kind of friend Dave Tobiasen of Family Insurance Center can be. Dave Tobiasen is your Pekin insurance agent in Monticello. Whatever your insurance needs, you can depend on Dave Tobiasen. Dave will settle your claims as quickly and conveniently as possible. See Dave Tobiasen, your Pekin insurance agent at Family Insurance Center in Monticello, for insurance coverages at competitive rates.
Toyota takes another leap forward in material handling efficiency. Hot Toyota Lift would like to introduce you to the new Toyota AC electric forklift. AC technology provides unprecedented acceleration, dramatically increasing operator cycle times, thus increasing production. And because DC components are no longer needed, you will significantly lower your maintenance costs. A clean, running, dependable unit is the result. Coupled with today's attractive interest rates, there's never been a better time to join Toyota's AC revolution. Contact Hot Toyota Lift in Cedar Rapids, Peoria, Des Moines, and Davenport.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field as Anthony Webster, the LumberKing leadoff batter, took a ball from Abel Moreno and now fouls one back onto the roof here at Alliant Energy Field. The 1-1 pitch missing outside, ball 2. Abel wearing number 26 today. He must have forgotten his jersey at home. 26 usually the number of Micah Posey. As Anthony Webster lifts the ball into left field, Caleb Mayer coming on, and he makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Anthony Webster flies out to Caleb Mayer in left, and that brings up the second baseman, Cameron Coughlin. Cameron batting .275 this season. No home runs, 24 RBI. Both teams wearing their batting practice jerseys this afternoon. The LumberKings black with green numbers trimmed in white. As the first pitch from Moreno fouled back over the grandstand roof here, and Moreno ahead on the count, 0-1. The Kernels wearing their bright red batting practice tops today, and their all red hats as a slider missing low, not missing low. Cameron Coughlin missing the low pitch, and the count now 0-2. The sun trying to poke through the clouds here at Alliant Energy Field. And the 0-2 pitch high, ball 1. Kernels and LumberKings playing the final game of the regular season this afternoon. Initially scheduled to be a doubleheader. We're playing 1 9-inning game as a fastball misses low. Ball 2. 2-2 to the number 2 batter, second baseman Cameron Coughlin. Cameron snared an Alex Devorsky line drive and flipped it to the LumberKings shortstop, Jose Gonzalez, to double Greg Porter off and end the Colonel first inning. Coughlin's squibs went off the end of the bat over near the Colonel third base dugout. The Roadrunner, Ron Pline, emerges from his perch and snares the foul ball. The 2-2 pitch on the way, just missing, hitting Coughlin. And the count now full to the number 2 batter, Cameron Coughlin. The payoff pitch on the way. Line foul. Over the left field picnic pavilion here at Alliant Energy Field. And the count still full to the number 2 batter, Cameron Coughlin, the LumberKings second baseman. Abel Moreno getting the signal from Alex Devorsky. The payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Coughlin down on strikes. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Nate Gold, the batter. Nate Gold batting .267, 12 home runs, 70 RBI on the season. The LumberKing first baseman, one of the instigators in their third inning rally back on Saturday night. And he awaits the first pitch from Abel Moreno, a strike called on the outside part of the plate. The second pitch is lined into center field for a base hit, and the LumberKings have their first hit of the game. Nate Gold on at first with a single. And that brings up right fielder Hector Lebron. Hector batting .305, 5 home runs, 44 runs driven in. A great postseason award for Abel Moreno. He was named the Pioneer League Pitcher of the Year. Before coming to Cedar Rapids, Moreno a perfect 10-0 on the season. He actually won his first start in Cedar Rapids to go 11-0, and then dropped a tough game as a nasty pitch on the outer part of the plate as LeBron swings through it, strike 1. To the LumberKing cleanup hitter, Hector Lebron. In the bottom of the first inning here at Alliant Energy Field, Kernels 2. LumberKings nothing. A swing and a miss. Actually, the ball fouled on a low pitch. And Hector with his best 9-iron swing as it was fairly low in the dirt. And the 0-2 pitch on the way from Abel Moreno. Swinging the ball lifted into left field. Caleb Mayer waiting, and finally comes in and makes the play to retire the LumberKings here in the first inning. For Clinton, they have no runs on a hit. There were no errors and a runner left. We've played 1 full inning. The Kernels lead Clinton 2-0. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
If you're looking for something, there are many helpful tools. A telescope? When you're looking for something big. A microscope. When you're looking for something small. Or bare feet.
Oh.
When you're looking for lost Legos. But if you're looking for a family doctor, the most helpful tools are your telephone or your computer. Simply call Mercy Care Family Physicians at 369-4444 or visit our website at www.mercycaredoctors.com for all the details on the Mercy Care Family Practice location nearest you. You'll find the Mercy Care Family Physician best suited to your needs, including those who offer special services for... So if you're looking for a family doctor, choose the right tool for the job. Call 369-4444 or on the web
at www.mercycaredoctors.com. Looking for a family doctor has never been easier.
If you don't stop by one of Jungi's 4 great locations, how will you know you got the very best deal? Stop in today at Jungi Lincoln Mercury Isuzu in Cedar Rapids, Jungi Ford and Jungi Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Center Point, and the new Jungi Chevrolet Pontiac in Anamosa. Now, 4 great locations, still one great name, Jungi.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field, we're in the top of the second inning. Jake Mathis, Matt Abram, and B.J. Weed to face LumberKings starter Luis Rodriguez. The Kernels leading here 2-0 on a RBI single by Greg Porter and Caleb Mayer. The first pitch from Rodriguez is a strike called at the knees. Jake Mathis not necessarily thrilled with the call, but no objection as the next pitch is lifted into shallow left field and dropped for a base hit in front of Larry Grayson. And Jake Mathis aboard with a Texas League single to left field. Now Matt Abram comes to the plate. Matt on the season batting .203, 7 home runs, 24 RBI. Matt playing first base this afternoon. As things have switched around here, Todd Klaus now managing at first this afternoon. And James Rousen, the manager at third base. A fastball at the knees, a strike called by home plate umpire Josh Carlisle. 2-0 Kernels. We're in the top of the second inning. The Kernels 2 runs on 4 hits so far this afternoon. And a fastball strike called. The count 0-2 to the number 8 hitter, first baseman Matt Abram. Jake Mathis led off this inning with a Texas League bloop single in front of Larry Grayson. He's at first base, being held on by Nate Gold. And the 0-2 pitch on the way from Luis Rodriguez, a swing and a miss, and Matt Abram strikes out on 3 pitches. That brings up second baseman B.J. Weed. B.J. batting .262, no home runs, 31 RBI for the Kernel second baseman. Jake Mathis at first, 1 out for the Kernels here in the top of the second inning. They lead 2-0. Luis Rodriguez pitches and a strike called on the inner part of the plate. The sun was trying to peek through the clouds here at Alliant Energy Field. It is ducked back under again. Mathis is off and running. A strike down to second base from catcher Manny Santana to Jose Gonzalez. And Jake Mathis is caught stealing 2-6. Not sure whether the hit and run was on or just a blown signal by B.J. Weed, but now the Kernels have 2 outs and a 1-1 count as Weed swings and misses on a fastball in the inner part of the plate. 2-0 Kernels here, 2 outs, no one on in the top of the second inning. Jake Mathis a race trying to steal second as B.J. Weed fouls one off over the left side of the grandstand roof, and the count remains 1-2. Jake Mathis started the inning with a Texas League single to left field. Matt Abram struck out on 3 pitches, and Mathis was thrown out trying to steal second. A fastball misses inside, the count even at 2-2 to second baseman B.J. Weed. Rodriguez in his windup, and the pitch on the way lifted to center field. Anthony Webster has it measured, and he makes the catch in shallow center field. B.J. Weed flies out to center. The Kernels score no runs on a hit. There were no LumberKing errors, and the Kernels leave no one on base. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, the Kernels 2, Clinton nothing. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
In the land of what-ifs, there exists a phrase called, what if I had more money? With a Wells Fargo personal loan or line of credit, you can stop all that wondering. You'll not only get the money you need, you'll save more by consolidating your high-interest debt into one affordable monthly payment. And with flexible terms and competitive rates, we'll be sure to meet your individual needs. Talk to a Wells Fargo personal banker and apply today. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
High school football on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600 is back. Join us for the season opener Thursday, September 4th, when the Prairie Hawks meet the Washington Warriors. Join me, Scott Unash, at the play-by-play. Former Jefferson defensive coordinator John Haggerty with expert analysis, and Dennis Canuck with sideline reports. The Zone's high school football coverage is brought to you in part by Odson Oil Company, By Seasons Transportation, and Pat McGrath Chevyland. That's the season opener for high school football, Prairie and Washington. Thursday night, September 4th at 7:15, right here on the Zone.
Manny Santana set to lead it off for the LumberKings here in the bottom of the second inning. He will face Abel Moreno. And Abel misses outside with the first pitch, ball one. Abel wearing number 26 this afternoon. He must have forgot his jersey back in Cedar Rapids. And a fastball misses outside. The count 2-0 to the number 5 batter, Manny Santana. Manny batting .254, 5 home runs, 33 runs driven in. A swing and a miss as the ball popped over the umpire's right shoulder. I don't know if it hit anybody or just popped out of Devorsky's glove. The count 2-1. Josh Carlisle took a walk in front of home plate to throw a fresh ball as the pitch lifted foul. And it thunks on the grandstand roof here at Alliant Energy Field. The account even at 2-2. To the LumberKing catcher, Manny Santana. Abel Moreno gets his sign, and Santana asks for time. We'll set the Kernel defense for you after this pitch. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and lifted high to right field. Kevin Jenkins giving chase over near the bullpen and makes the catch 2 steps in front of the wall. Right in front of the 325 sign, a high fly ball lifted deep to right field by the catcher, Manny Santana. Kevin Jenkins makes the catch in fair territory, and there's one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Pedro Cairo, the batter. Pedro batting .261, 9 home runs, 47 RBIs. The Kernel defense this afternoon. Caleb Mayer in left field, Quan Cosby in center, and Kevin Jenkins in right. As a strike called on a Moreno fastball down the middle of the plate. Greg Porter playing third base. Adam Pavkovich at short. B.J. Weed at second. And Cairo tags one deep to left field. Caleb Mayer backs up and makes the catch just in front of the warning track. And there are 2 outs here in the second inning. Matt Abram playing first base for the Kernels this afternoon. Alex Devorsky doing the catching. And Abel Moreno on the mound for the Kernels. Pedro Cairo lifted a ball deep to left field. The wind blowing fairly stiffly in from left field. All 3 flags in center field fully extended. As the curveball misses low to the LumberKing number 8 batter, third baseman Randall Shelley. Shelley, .225 average, 9 home runs, 49 runs driven in. Moreno in his windup and a pitch low as Shelley checks his swing. And he's ahead on the count, 2-0. 2-0 the count to the number 7 hitter, Randall Shelley. He swings and taps one foul just beyond the Kernel third base dugout. While we were waiting for the game to either be started or called yesterday, we were in the stands with Jeff Marquez as a fastball catches Shelley on the left arm. He's a little disgusted, but heads down to first base as he removes his equipment and drops it on the green AstroTurf circle that surrounds home plate for the LumberKing bat boy to pick up. Larry Grayson now comes to the plate. Larry playing left field this afternoon for the LumberKings. 201 average, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs for the LumberKing left fielder, Larry Grayson. Kernels leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. And Randall Shelley at first base. He was just hit by a pitch as the fastball misses high. Ball 1. Colonel right-hander Abel Moreno on the hill this afternoon. A 1-1 record with a sparkling 0.66 earned run average. A swing and a miss by Grayson. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. An overcast and windy day here at Alliant Energy Field. Possibly better suited for a football game than baseball. But we don't care. We're playing. A fastball misses inside. Ball 2. Kernels and LumberKing in the regular season finale here at Alliant Energy Field. And the 2-1 pitch on the way, an off-speed pitch, swing and a miss by Grayson. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Randall Shelley at first base. He was hit by a pitch. And there are 2 outs for the LumberKings as Moreno looks in and gets his sign from catcher Alex Devorsky. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Strike 3 called. Shelley was breaking to second base, but strike 3 is the 3rd strike of the inning, and there are no runs for the LumberKings in the bottom of the second. No hits, there were no Colonel errors, and the LumberKings strand 1 runner. As we go to the top of the 3rd inning, the Kernels 2, LumberKings nothing. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
You can feel it. It's all you think about. It's in your blood. It's your mantra. Your reason for being. It's in our blood, too. That's why nobody has more football than the Zone. ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. The NFL. All season long, catch every play of every Sunday and Monday night game here in the Zone. The BCS? How about Rose, Orange, Fiesta, and the National Championship Sugar Bowl? All live, all on the Zone. How about the AFC and NFC playoffs and championship games? The Zone. Super Bowl? The high holy day for football fans? 4 simple letters. Z-O-N-E. Getting the pattern here?
Can you stand anymore?
It's ESPN College Game Day all day Saturday and ESPN NFL Game Day all day Sunday. The Zone. Plus NFL Preview Friday nights, the CBS Sportsline Fantasy Show Saturday mornings, and NFL Insider on Saturday nights. Where? Where else? If you love football as much as we do, lock it on the Zone. ESPN Radio.
Are you ready for some football?
When it comes to insurance and financial services, think smart. Think about Farm Bureau Financial Services. For auto, home, life, farm, and ranch, retirement funding, and business protection, call Danny Bateman in Cedar Rapids. More products, more services, more of your needs met. So for more information, call Danny Bateman in Cedar Rapids. Farm Bureau Financial Services, more than you think. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, West Des Moines, Iowa.
Quan Cosby, Kevin Jenkins, and Adam Paskovich to face Luis Rodriguez here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Kernels leading Clinton 2-0. The first pitch on the way is a ball high to center fielder Quan Cosby. Quan doubled and scored to lead off the game. He scored on Greg Porter's RBI single. And the 1-0 pitch on the way is swing and fouled back. Strike 1. With the early start of this afternoon's game, not much activity on the State Farm Major League scoreboard yet. We'll keep checking in periodically. A swing and a miss by Cosby, and the count now 1-2 to the Kernel leadoff hitter, center fielder Quan Cosby. Our State Farm Major League scoreboard brought to you as always by State Farm agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. The 1-2 pitch on the way, lifted to center field. Anthony Webster coming in hard, and it will drop in front of Webster for a base hit. Quan Cosby now 2 for 2 this afternoon, a leadoff double and now a leadoff single here. On a single that dropped between center fielder Anthony Webster and shortstop Jose Gonzalez. And Kevin Jenkins comes to the plate. Kevin walked and scored back in the first inning. Scored on Caleb Mayer's single. No official at-bats today. He's batting .175, 1 home run, 9 RBIs. The first pitch, a strike called at the knees to Kernel right fielder Kevin Jenkins. To wrap up my little story I was beginning earlier, as Quan Cosby was breaking for second base, the ball wide and goes to the backstop, but Cosby will be credited with a stolen base. Our little story before the game yesterday, while we were waiting to see if it was going to be called or not, Ozzie Lugo and Jeff Marquez sitting in the grandstand here, and Marquez all bundled up like it was the middle of winter. He said, "Why is it so cold here?" I said, "What's Iowa? You get 100-degree days, you can get 60-degree days. It's just all part of the variety of weather here in the Midwest." Some of the Kernel players dressed in red pullovers with towels around their necks. They're certainly not used to the temperature getting much below 70. As a fastball outside, Jenkins tried to check his swing, but home plate umpire Josh Carlisle said yes, he went around. And the count 2-1, or 1-2, excuse me, on right fielder Kevin Jenkins. Santana sets up outside, the pitch from Rodriguez painting the black, and Jenkins called out on strikes. One out here in the top of the third inning, and Adam Pavkovich the batter. Adam struck out on 3 straight pitches back in the first inning. Luis Rodriguez, the LumberKings starter, he was 2-0 with a .685 earned run average. And the first pitch to Pavkovich. A swing grounded to third baseman Randall Shelley. He throws across the diamond, throwing high. But Nate Gold applies the tag to Adam Pavkovich. Quan Cosby moves up to third. And with Quan at third, it brings up Kernel third baseman Greg Porter. Greg 1 for 1 with an RBI. His 52nd RBI of the season. Drove in Quan back in the first inning. 2-0 Kernels here. We're in the top of the third inning. 2 outs and a runner at third. That runner, Quan Cosby. The first pitch to Porter is a ball. High and away. Greg wanted to swing at it, but held up. As Rodriguez sets, gets a sign from catcher Santana. Porter lifts a high pop-up down the left field line. Larry Grayson coming on, and he will make the catch as Porter is retired in the second inning. No runs for the Kernels, 1 hit. They were no LumberKing errors, and they strand a runner. Their second runner stranded of the afternoon. We played 2.5 innings here at Alliant Energy Field. The Kernels lead the LumberKings 2-0. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Now is the time to be planning your fall landscape projects. Fall is a perfect time to plant. Peck's Landscaping has been creating beautiful Iowa landscapes since 1956. If your home is new and needs a complete landscape, or if you're changing the looks on your existing landscape, PEX can do it all. Whether it's a large or small project, PEX professionals are here to help get the job done. PEX will create a plan just for you and see it through the entire planting process. Now it's time to call PEX for a free landscaping estimate on installed projects. PEX Landscaping will have your home looking great in time for a beautiful fall. Call PEX today at 393-5948 to schedule your free landscape estimate on installed projects. PEX Landscaping, landscaping Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area since 1956. PEX, on the corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
When searching for a professional logistics team of experts to handle your warehousing operations, look to Worley Warehousing. Worley Warehousing will help you achieve greater efficiencies by providing superior warehouse facilities, technological advancements, and expert professionals. By focusing on technological innovations and keen foresight, Worley Warehousing has grown into one of our nation's leading warehousing operations. Worley Warehousing, your single source for all of your warehousing and distribution needs.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field, the Kernels leading the LumberKings 2-0 as Louie the LumberKings mascot, making his way through the stands, greeting all the fans on hand for this afternoon's season finale. Abel Moreno allowing one hit through his first 2 innings of work this afternoon. He will face the number 9 batter, Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez squares to bunt and pulls the bat back as the pitch is outside, ball 1. Gonzalez not playing in the first 2 games of this series. He is 205 on the season, no home runs and 4 RBI as the pitch misses, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch, high, ball 3 as Abel Moreno quickly falling behind the number 9 batter, Jose Gonzalez. The 3-0 pitch is high, ball 4, and Jose Gonzalez draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 3rd inning. That brings up center fielder Anthony Webster. Webster flew out to left field in the 1st inning. 0 for 1 on the day. A fastball misses low, and Moreno has now thrown 5 straight balls. Jose Gonzalez at first, being held on by Matt Abram. And now a strike called as Webster dropped the bat as if to bunt. No bunt forthcoming. No one out here, a runner on first. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kernels leading Clinton 3-0. The 1-1 pitch misses inside, ball 2 as Webster dances to get out of the way. Initially, we were scheduled to play 2 7-inning games this afternoon. That was changed to play 1 9-inning game. A fastball at the knees called strike by Josh Carlisle, and the count even to the LumberKing leadoff hitter, Anthony Webster. Moreno gets his sign from Devorsky, and he sets, and now a swing and a diving grab just out of reach of B.J. Weed. Kevin Jenkins retrieves the ball as Gonzalez was off and running with the pitch. B.J. Weed leapt as high as he could, and the ball just skirted over the top of his glove. And a base hit for Anthony Webster. Runners on the corners and nobody out as second baseman Cameron Coughlin comes to bat. Coughlin struck out in the 1st inning. He's 0 for 1 on the day, as the LumberKings mounting their first real threat of the afternoon. Runners on the corners and nobody out. A strike called, and Moreno ahead on the count, 0-1. Jose Gonzalez at third, Anthony Webster at first. No one out here. Pavkovich and Weed at double play depth as Matt Abram holds Anthony Webster at first. Greg Porter in on the grass at third as a throw over. And Anthony Webster back in safe at first, standing up. The 0-1 pitch as Webster breaks is low, ball 2. It is a stolen base for Anthony Webster as Pavkovich cut the throw off in front of second base. No advance. No advance from Jose Gonzalez. And the count now even at 1-1. The LumberKings with runners on second and third as the pitch misses low, ball 2. Greg Porter is in on the edge of the grass at third. Pavkovich and Weed shading to the center of the infield at shortstop and second. As Coughlin swings and squibs one back to the backstop. And Matt Abram even with the bag at first. Runners on second and third. At third base, Jose Gonzalez, Anthony Webster at second. There are no outs here in the bottom of the third inning as the LumberKings threatening to make some noise here. The 2-2 pitch on the way misses inside, ball 3. And the count now full to the number 2 batter, Cameron Coughlin. And the pitch misses low, and Cameron Coughlin draws a walk to load the bases as Alex Devorsky trots out to the mound to have a talk with Abel Moreno. That brings up first baseman Nate Gold. Nate is 1 for 1 on the day. He singled back in the first inning. As the LumberKings are threatening to break this game open here. A base hit could definitely tie the game up here at 2. Definitely will score a run. And the first pitch from Moreno is low, ball 1. 2-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the third inning. The LumberKings with the bases loaded and no one out. Abel Moreno apparently losing some of his control here in the third inning. As a fastball just misses inside, the count now 2-0. 2-0 to the number 3 batter, first baseman Nate Gold. Nate Gold with 12 home runs, 70 RBI on the season. Looking to add to that total here this afternoon. Lifted to center field. Juan Cosby has it measured. It will more than likely score Gonzalez from third. And it does, as the LumberKings are on the board now on a Nate Gold sacrifice fly. All the runners move up a base. As Gonzalez scores from third, Coughlin moves to second, and Anthony Webster moves to third base. A sacrifice fly to center field by Nate Gold has cut the Kernel lead in half. They now lead 2-1. Hector Lebron, the batter. Hector flew out to left field in the first inning. And the first pitch, Moreno outside, ball 1. LeBron 0 for 1 on the afternoon. 305 average, 5 home runs, 44 RBIs. 2-1 Kernels here in the third inning. 1 out, runners on second and third. A big swing and a miss by LeBron on a Moreno fastball, and the count now even at 1-1. Anthony Webster at third, Cameron Coughlin at second, 1 out. As the 1-1 pitch on the way from Moreno, swing and fouled back off the screen. And Moreno ahead on the count, 1-2. Matt Abram and B.J. Weed playing LeBron to pull the ball. And shortstop Adam Pavkovich almost playing directly behind second base. Kernels not expecting Lebron to hit the ball to left field from the left-handed batter. And he swings and just about hits Rhodey. He lines a foul ball right at the Roadrunner. He manages to avoid it. A big grin on Rhodey's face as he converses with the fan in the front row of the box seats here. And the count remains 1-2 as Moreno steps off the back of the rubber and will do it all again. LeBron just stuck his bat out and managed to get a piece of the ball, driving it right at the Roadrunner as the fastball misses outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count to the Lumber King cleanup hitter, Hector Lebron. Cameron Coughlin at second. Anthony Webster at third. And a swing and a ball fouled back to the screen as Rhodey hops out from his perch over at the Kernel third base dugout. Roadrunner really enjoying himself over there this afternoon. And the 2-2 pitch on the way from Moreno. A swing and a foul off the shin guards of Devorsky. And the count remains 2-2. Now Rhodey has 3 foul balls over there. The Roadrunner amassing quite a collection over there on top of the Kernel third base dugout. Moreno has a sign from Devorsky, and he's in the stretch. The pitch on the way. A fly ball lifted to left field. Caleb Mayer has it measured. Webster will tag from third. It's shallow. The throw home. There will be a play as the ball hops in, and the game is now tied. The game is tied. A shallow fly ball hit to left field. Anthony Webster tagged from third base and scored easily as Cameron Coughlin held at second. And the Lumber Kings have tied the game here at 2 in the bottom of the third inning with 2 sacrifice flies, one by Nate Gold and one by Hector Lebron. And that brings up the Lumber King catcher, Manny Santana. He lifted a deep fly ball to right field as a fastball runs in on the catcher, and Santana hits. Moreno hit Santana. The press box crew here joking it was a retaliation for almost hitting Rhodey with a foul ball.
They're all a team. They're all family.
But that hit batsman does draw a visit to Moreno from Kernel pitching coach Eric Bennett. And that brings up Pedro Cairo. Cairo flew out deep to left field. Caleb Mayer making the catch on the warning track. Back in the second inning, it's now tied at 2 as the Lumber Kings tie the game on 2 sacrifice flies. And the first pitch is low to the designated hitter, Pedro Cairo. Cairo 0 for 1 today, 261 on the season as Moreno asked Devorsky to go through the signs again. He wasn't happy with the pitch he has. Now he is, and he sets. And a swing and a miss as Coughlin was breaking from second base. The count now even at 1-1. To the Lumber King designated hitter, Pedro Cairo. Q-U-E-R-O, spelled pronounced Cairo. Moreno was set, and the pitch lifted high into foul territory. Matt Abram with the beat on it, and he makes the catch in front of the Lumber King dugout. Pedro Cairo fouls out to Matt Abram to end the second inning, but the Lumber Kings strike for 2 runs on a hit. There were no Kernel errors, and 2 runners left for the Lumber Kings. They stranded 4 this afternoon. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The score tied Kernels 2, LumberKings 2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Life is a process of continuous change. Each of us has to be prepared to adjust to constantly changing events. One way you can make sure you're taking care of all the changes in your life is to visit Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance agent at Weidenhammer Andrews in Cedar Rapids. You can depend on Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance professional, to give you sound advice on insurance for your home, auto, life, and health. See Phil Andrews at the Weidenhammer Andrews Agency in Cedar Rapids to make your life a little easier.
On the outside, everything looks fine, but on the inside, an unseen enemy is plotting the destruction of your home. Termites. Termites can be deadly to your home unless you fight back with certified pest and termite control. Yes, termites have made their way to Iowa, and they can cause extensive damage to your home before you even know they're there. It takes a trained professional to look in all the right places. Don't risk your home. Call the experienced, licensed, and insured experts at Certified Pest and Termite Control. 1 in 5 homes inspected have shown signs of termites. Certified offers guaranteed inspections and a 10% discount for seniors. Locally owned and operated, Certified carries a full supply for the do-it-yourselfers. Look for the giant ant at 1141 16th Avenue Southwest. Don't take a chance. Call Certified Pest and Termite Control today.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field in the Clinton. Back here at Alliant Energy Field in the Clinton LumberKings have made a call to their bullpen. And answering that call is the 6'5" right-hander, Brandon Luna. Luna pitched at Charleston and Savannah in 2002. The 6'5" right-hander from Lompoc, California, comes into this afternoon's game with a 1-1 record. His 20th appearance, all out of the bullpen in 27 innings. He has a 3.67 earned run average, 28 hits, 16 runs, 11 earned. He's walked 17 and struck out 13, the league batting .272 against Brandon Luna. And Caleb Mayer swings at the first pitch and lifts it into center field to Anthony Webster. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 4th inning, as Caleb Mayer takes the first pitch from Brandon Luna and flies out to center fielder Anthony Webster. That brings up Alex Devorsky. Alex hit a scalding line drive that Cameron Coughlin snared and managed to double up Greg Porter back in the 1st inning. Devorsky swings at a curveball, and the count quickly 0-1. Now activity in the Kernel bullpen as a strike called. And Alex Devorsky behind on the count, 0-2. We'll look down here and see if we can find out who is pitching this afternoon. As Alex lifts the ball to the right side of the infield, Cameron Coughlin calls for it, and he retires Devorsky on a pop-up to the second baseman. Quickly 2 outs here for the Kernels in the 4th inning. Warming up in the bullpen, number 18, Edward Ramirez. Ramirez was scheduled to be the second pitcher in the second game of today's doubleheader, the starting pitcher in the second game of the doubleheader. And he is warming up in the Kernel bullpen as Jake Mathis comes to the plate. Jake 1 for 1 today. He takes low for ball 1. From Brandon Luna. He swings and lifts one into center field. Anthony Webster takes a few steps to his left and hauls it in. So 3 up and 3 down for the Kernels here in the 4th inning as Brandon Luna comes in and retires the Kernels in short order. We played 3.5 innings here at Alliant Energy Field. The Kernels 2, LumberKings 2. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
When we met at Spaghetti, we would never forget Zio Giano's. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini. Or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. Zio Giano's is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember Zio Giano's with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "Well done is better than well said." Thanks, Ben. At Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, we agree that talk is cheap. But what separates Benjamin Franklin Plumbing from all the others? I must say, I don't know. Well, for starters, a Benjamin Franklin plumber's work begins the moment you make the call. Really? How so? Our call takers are real problem solvers. They'll set up your service appointment around your schedule. And when it comes to the actual work, our plumbers won't waste your time. We'll be there. In fact, if we don't show up on time, we'll give you a Franklin, a Benjamin Franklin, $100 bill. Splendid. You can expect prompt, punctual, courteous service, and we'll be sure to get your approval before starting any work. Now that's my kind of plumber. Benjamin Franklin plumbers are trained to fix your problems so they stay fixed. That's why we're named Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber.
Call your Benjamin Franklin plumber at Strictly Plumbing, 373-2524.
Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field, and we have a U.S. Senator called to the bullpen. And answering that call is Edward Ramirez. Edward Ramirez on in relief for starter Abel Moreno. The final numbers on Moreno, 3 innings pitched. He allowed 2 hits and 2 runs. They were earned. He walked 2, struck out 2, and hit 2 batters. 61 pitches thrown by the starter Abel Moreno. Ramirez is on for the 6th time this season. He will face third baseman Randall Shelley. Shelley was hit by a pitch as he takes the fastball high, ball 1. The line on Ramirez so far this season, 1-0 record, 2.25 earned run average. As Shelley lifts a high fly ball, Kevin Jenkins coming on, B.J. Weed going out, and B.J. Weed makes the catch in shallow right center field. Randall Shelley pops up to B.J. Weed, and there's one away here in the 4th inning. Kernels and LumberKings tied at 2 here in the season finale from Alliant Energy Field. And Larry Grayson, the batter. Grayson struck out looking back in the 2nd. In 16 innings pitched, Ramirez has allowed 13 hits and 4 runs. They are all earned as he misses ball 1. He struck out 12 and walked 6, the league batting .217 against right-hander Edward Ramirez. And a fastball called strike, the count even to left fielder Larry Grayson. 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball in the dirt low, blocked by Devorsky. And the count now 2-1. To the LumberKing number 8 hitter, left fielder Larry Grayson. Ramirez in his windup, a swing and a miss by Grayson. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Kernels struck for 2 runs in the 1st. And the LumberKings retaliated with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd on 2 sacrifice flies. A ball lifted deep to left field. Caleb Mayer gives chase, and a home run. A home run, the 4th home run of the season by Larry Grayson, has now given the LumberKings a 3-2 lead. Larry Grayson ripped a 2-2 fastball over the left field fence into the protective screen. And Larry Grayson has his 4th home run of the season and RBI number 26. As the LumberKings now take the lead 3-2. Jose Gonzalez, the batter. He's the LumberKings shortstop. He walked and scored back in the 3rd inning as Ramirez misses high, ball 1. That pitch driven well as there's a stiff breeze blowing in as Gonzalez lifts one behind the plate, and it's going to thunk on the roof for strike 1. Larry Grayson turns on a Ramirez fastball and hits it high into the protective screen in left field. We're going to call it a prodigious blast as a fairly brisk breeze blowing in from left field. Now a fastball high to Gonzalez, the count 2-1. Two-one pitch on the way from Ramirez. It's ripped foul into the LumberKing bullpen. Jose Gonzalez getting a pitch he liked and turned on it. And the ball on one hop flies into the LumberKing bullpen located down the left field line here at Alliant Energy Field. Ramirez in the windup, the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and Jose Gonzalez down on strikes here in the LumberKing fourth inning. That brings up the top of the order, Anthony Webster. Webster 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to left in the first and singled and scored back in the third. Webster scored on a sacrifice fly by Hector Lebron. The first pitch to Webster from Ramirez, a strike called at the knees. And the second pitch, a swing tapped off the plate, foul. The ball, I thought, went off of Webster's foot. It popped up in the air. Alex Devorsky grabbed it with a bare hand and was ready to fire down to Matt Abram at first, but Joshua Carlisle said foul ball. And Webster takes the 0-2 pitch from Ramirez inside, just missing, ball one. 1-2 the count to the LumberKing leadoff batter, Anthony Webster. And a curveball just misses, ball two. LumberKings take the lead here in this game on a solo home run by left fielder Larry Grayson. And the count now full to Anthony Webster. A lot of partial scores this afternoon on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard as a swing and a miss. And Anthony Webster down on strikes here in the LumberKing fourth inning. But the LumberKings strike for a run on a solo home run by Larry Grayson. The only hit of the inning, the LumberKings leave no one on base, and there were no Kernel errors. As we go to the top of the fifth inning, the score Clinton 3, Cedar Rapids 2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
The road to glory. For one truly exceptional individual, the lure of America's pastime and baseball immortality brought him to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is his story. Even though he is a quiet, reserved man, many say he left an indelible mark in Cedar Rapids baseball history. ESPN Radio's Bobby V.
They say if he ever does go back, Rob Dibble will end up serving hard time.
He could often be found helping out around the ballpark, pitching in wherever he could. ESPN Radio's Sean Salisbury.
Hey, Dibs, tell me more about that keg you guys took from the ballpark.
Rude? Maybe. Lewd? Okay, I'm guilty, but never tattooed. Not in Cedar Rapids.
Rob Dibble on the road to glory.
The Zone. Someday he'll go back and apologize. Any honest man would do the same.
High school football on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600 is back. Join us for the season opener Thursday, September 4th, when the Prairie Hawks meet the Washington Warriors. Join me, Scott Unash, at the play-by-play. Former Jefferson defensive coordinator John Haggerty with expert analysis, and Dennis Canuck with sideline reports. The Zone's high school football coverage is brought to you in part by Onsen Oil Company, Bi-Seasons Transportation, and Pat McGrath Chevyland. That's the season opener for high school football, Prairie and Washington. Thursday night, September 4th at 7:15, right here on the Zone.
Matt Abram will lead off the top of the fifth inning here for the Kernels as they trail the LumberKings 3-2. The Kernels struck for 2 runs back in the first inning on RBI singles by Greg Porter and Caleb Mayer. As Abram takes the strike from LumberKing relief pitcher Brandon Luna. The LumberKings retaliated with 2 sacrifice flies to tie the game in the bottom of the third, as Abram swings and misses at a high curveball. And then Larry Grayson hit a solo home run into the left field netting as Abram fouls the pitch off over the right side of the grandstand roof to stay alive. The count 0-2 to Kernel first baseman Matt Abram. The 0-2 pitch on the way misses outside, ball one, from Lumber King relief pitcher Brandon Luna. Both starters, Abel Moreno and Luis Rodriguez, are out of the game. As Matt Abram rips one down the left field line, it is hooking foul into the Kernel bullpen. And the count remains 1-2 to Kernel first baseman Matt Abram. Matt, a .203 average, 7 home runs, 24 runs driven in. As Luna sets and the 1-2 pitch is low, ball 2. 3-2 Lumber Kings here. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch to Matt Abram inside, ball 3. And Matt Abram doing a good job to work the count now full after falling quickly behind 0-2 to Lumber King relief pitcher Brandon Luna. Luna working from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch is grounded sharply to third baseman Randall Shelley. He scoops it and fires to Nate Gold, and Matt Abram is retired. To lead off the Kernel 5th inning, that brings up B.J. Weed. B.J. flew out to shallow center field to end the 2nd inning. B.J. 0 for 1 on the season. B.J. Weed adjusts his batting gloves and steps in to face the first pitch from Kernel relief pitcher Brandon Luna. The first pitch low, ball 1. B.J. playing second base this afternoon. Giving Alberto Castro a day off. A fastball misses low, ball 2. And B.J. Weed ahead on the count, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the way, swung and grounded to the right side of the infield. Jose Gonzalez tried to backhand it and ends up dropping it. We'll wait and see what the call is. It is a base hit. A base hit as Jose Gonzalez had to go deep into the hole to make the play and try and glove the ball on the backhanded side. As the Lumber Kings announce a concession special, cups of chili, which tastes good on this brisk first day of September. Hard to believe that the 2003 season is almost over as Quan Cosby takes a fastball on the outer part of the plate from Luna. Cosby 2 for 2 this afternoon, a double and single back in the 1st and 3rd innings. B.J. Weed at first, 1 out. Kernels trailing 3-2. Speaking of specials, the Kernel Diamond Shop will be having a garage sale on Saturday, September 20th. Lots of good merchandise specials on hand. So head on out to the stadium on Saturday, September 20th. B.J. Weed is off and running. Luna gets the glove on it.
Oh, my God!
Luna gets the glove on it, but shortstop Jose Gonzalez was standing right on second base. He grabs the ball, steps on second to retire Weed, and throws to Nate Gold at first as the Lumber Kings turn a 1-6-3 double play. A 1-6-3 double play. And the Kernels are retired here in the 5th inning. For Cedar Rapids, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. And the Kernels left no one on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Clinton 3, Cedar Rapids 2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
What can I help you with here at Big Time Motors?
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow, that's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I could throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
Papa John's pizza, it's so good. Better is best, that's understood. Better call Papa John's tonight. Better call Papa, he's got it right. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's. Attention baseball fans, call your local Papa John's for our home run special. Get a large pizza with up to 3 toppings of your choice for only $9.99.
Papa John's. Better call Papa.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Clinton LumberKings are leading the Kernels 3-2. As second baseman Cameron Coughlin will face Edward Ramirez as we take our first look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. The State Farm Major League Scoreboard brought to you by State Farm agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. As we take a look at the scoreboard, Cleveland leads Detroit 3-0, that in the top of the 5th inning. It's the Blue Jays 4, Yankees 1. That in the bottom of the 5th inning. Boston and Philadelphia tied at 4. That at the end of the 3rd. Atlanta and the Mets tied at 1. That game in the bottom of the 4th. Cincinnati and Milwaukee just underway. They're scoreless. Anaheim and the Twins just underway, also scoreless. And Kansas City and Texas, St. Louis and the Cubs are delayed. Kansas City and Texas, that game in the bottom of the 1st inning. The quick look at our State Farm Major League Scoreboard, brought to you by State Farm agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. Cameron Coughlin now with the count 2-2 as he fouls another pitch off the facade of the grandstand roof here at Alliant Energy Field. He's facing relief pitcher Edward Ramirez. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. A swing and the ball lifted into left field. As Caleb Mayer comes on and makes the catch in fair territory, and Coughlin is retired. Cameron Coughlin is retired to lead off the 5th inning. Nate Gold is the batter. He's the LumberKing first baseman. He's 1 for 1 on the game today. A single back in the 1st. And he hit a sacrifice fly, which scored Jose Gonzalez in the 3rd inning. A fastball high and inside, ball 1 from Edward Ramirez. An early start here today for the Kernels. He started at noon as Ramirez misses outside, ball 2. The Kernels and LumberKings originally scheduled to play a doubleheader. That plan changed as ball 3 misses inside. And the count 3-0 to first baseman Nate Gold. Those plans were changed by League President George Spelius, as Nate Gold draws a 3-pitch walk, and he's aboard for the 2nd time this afternoon. That brings up right fielder Hector Lebron. He's 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice fly RBI, which scored Anthony Webster back in the 3rd inning. That sac fly tied the game at 2, and the game untied by a solo home run by Larry Grayson with 1 out in the 4th inning. The first pitch is a strike called to the LumberKing right fielder Hector Lebron. .305 average, 5 home runs, now 45 runs driven in this season. He rips a single into right field. Kevin Jenkins slips and falls down, but he still manages to retrieve the ball. Nate Gold holds up at second. And that is the fourth hit for the LumberKings this afternoon as they lead the game 3-2. Runners on first and second with one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Manny Santana is the batter. He flew out to right field in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third. And a fastball high, ball one to the LumberKing catcher, Manny Santana. Quad City and Peoria were also rained out yesterday, and they were initially should have played a doubleheader like we were, but they announced that they were going to play one 9-inning game. And not long after we showed up here to Lion Energy Field, the decision was made for us also to play one 9-inning game instead of two 7-inning games. Santana swings at a high fastball, and it hooks into the right field LumberKing bullpen. The left-handed batting catcher hit a deep fly ball back in the second inning that Kevin Jenkins caught one step in front of the fence. The dimensions in a Lion Energy Field, 335 down the left field line, 390 to dead center, 401 to right center. As Santana fouls one off, and the count now even at 2-2. And 325 down the right field line here to Lion Energy Field. Santana steps out and asks for time as pitch misses high for ball three. And the count now full to the number 5 batter, Manny Santana. Swing and a ball lifted deep to right field. Kevin Jenkins has it measured, and he makes the catch in front of the warning trap. Nate Gold will tag up and advance to third. A deep fly ball to right field advances Nate Gold to third, and the LumberKings with runners on the corners and 2 outs. That brings up the designated hitter, Pedro Cairo. He flown out to left field back in the second and popped up to first to end the LumberKings third inning. 0 for 2 on the day. Cairo, 9 home runs, 47 runs driven in. He waits for the first pitch from relief pitcher Edward Ramirez, and a fastball over the outer part of the plate, strike one. Kernels starter Abel Moreno went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits and 2 runs, both of them earned. And Cairo swings at a pitch in the dirt, 0-2, to the LumberKing designated hitter. Moreno walked 2 batters, struck out 2 batters, and hit 2 batters in his 3 innings of work this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch high, ball one to designated hitter Pedro Cairo. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Clinton 3, your Kernels 2 as a fly ball lifted to center field. Quan Cosby backtracks and makes the catch in right center field. Pedro Cairo flies out to Quan Cosby to end the LumberKing 5th inning. The LumberKings get 1 hit on no errors. They strand 2 runners. They've left 6 on today. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, it's Clinton 3, Cedar Rapids 2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Now is the time to be planning your fall landscape projects. Fall is a perfect time to plant. Hex Landscaping has been creating beautiful Iowa landscapes since 1956. If your home is new and needs a complete landscape, or if you are changing the looks on your existing landscape, Hex can do it all. Whether it's a large or small project, Hex professionals are here to help get the job done. PEX will create a plan just for you and see it through the entire planting process. Now it's time to call PEX for a free landscaping estimate on installed projects. PEX Landscaping will have your home looking great in time for a beautiful fall. Call PEX today at 393-5948 to schedule your free landscape estimate on installed projects. PEX Landscaping, landscaping Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area since 1956. PEX, on the corner of Blairs Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
Who's that cool cooking man? King of the grill, who's your patio? Your patio. Charbroiled sausage flipping man with the buns. Who's your patio? Your patio. He only cooks Clements. Cooks #1 for taste and fun.
Econo Foods is the place to save on Clements fine products this week. Shop Econo Foods for hot pricing on Clements.
Kevin Jenkins to lead it off here in the top of the 6th inning for the Kernels. They trail Clinton 3-2. I'm Andy Pantini bringing you all the action from Alliant Energy Field as the Kernels in their season finale of the 2003 season. Kevin Jenkins to face relief pitcher Brandon Luna. And the first pitch to Jenkins is outside, ball 1. The Kernels struck for 2 runs in the first inning. As Jenkins hits one to the right side of the infield, it's gobbled up by Randall Shelley, and he throws in time to Nate Gold. And Kevin Jenkins is retired here to lead off the Kernels' 6th inning. That brings up Adam Pavkovich. Adam 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first and grounded to third in the 3rd inning. The Kernels and LumberKings scheduled to play a doubleheader today. That changed to 1 9-inning game, thanks to League President George Spelius and the consent of both Kernels manager Todd Klaus and LumberKing manager Carlos Suberto. A fastball misses high, ball 1, and another fastball misses inside. And Adam ahead on the count 2-0. Kernels trailing here 3-2. As the fastball misses way inside, Adam jumps back to avoid the pitch, and the count 3-0 to Kernels shortstop Adam Pavkovich. And ball 4 is high, and the Kernels have a runner aboard with 1 out here. In the 6th inning, that brings up Greg Porter. Greg Porter had an RBI single. Back in the 1st inning, scored Quan Cosby from second base and flew out to left field in the 3rd inning. Greg 1 for 2 on the day. A .305 average, 4 home runs, 52 runs driven in. A fastball at the belt called strike 1 by home plate umpire Joshua Carlisle. To the Kernel cleanup hitter, Greg Porter. Brandon Luna on in relief as he throws over to first base. Pavkovich dives back head first in safe. Adam being held on over there by first baseman Nate Gold. Porter swings and fouls one off, and the count now 0-2 to cleanup hitter and third baseman Greg Porter. 3-2 LumberKings here. We're in the top of the 6th inning in the Kernel regular season finale here at Alliant Energy Field. It just seems like yesterday we were starting the season off on an April night in Quad City. As the 0-2 pitch is high, Porter bends over backwards. And the count now 1-2 to cleanup hitter Greg Porter. The Kernels will play 139 games this season. As Luna jumps and throws over to first base, Pavkovich dives back safely. A win today would give them a winning record in the second half as Luna steps back off the rubber and looks at him back to first. He's got a good lead over there at first base. As Porter hits a rocket shot and a diving stab made by Jose Gonzalez, and Greg Porter is retired here in the sixth inning. Adam Pavkovich scampers safely back to first. And with 2 out here in the sixth inning, Caleb Mayer is the batter. Caleb 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single in the first inning, scored Kevin Jenkins. And he flew out to center field to lead off the Kernel fourth inning. The first pitch from Luna is low, ball 1. The line score for the teams, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the LumberKings, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Kernels. The 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. And Caleb Mayer ahead on the count, 2-0, with 2 outs here in the top of the sixth inning. He rips one foul down the third baseline past third base coach James Rowson. James coaching at third today as Todd Klaus is coaching at first. And the count now 2-1 to left fielder Caleb Mayer. The curveball misses inside, ball 3. Adam Pavkovich at first. There are 2 outs here for the Kernels in the top of the sixth inning. They trail Clinton 3-2. Luna sets and the payoff pitch. Correction, a 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss by Mayer, and the count now full at 3-2. Adam will be breaking on the pitch. Brendan Luna toes the rubber, and Mayer saws his bat off as the ball is hit weakly to Randall Shelley. He throws to Nate Gold, and the Kernels are retired here in the sixth inning. Caleb Mayer breaks his bat on a weak grounder to third base and is retired 5-3. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Kernels here in the sixth inning. They strand a runner. That's the third runner left on base here this afternoon. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Clinton 3, your Kernels 2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Remember when you were a child and there was a safety patrol person near your school to make sure you could cross the street safely? Don't you wish you had a safety patrol with you to help you conduct your life safely? Scott Draper, your Pekin Insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, can help you feel safe with the right insurance coverages. For the right insurance for your home, auto, life, health, and business, see your Pekin Insurance agent, Scott Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion.
Hey, man, what's up?
Just getting ready to kick your butt.
Right. And mess up your hair?
You just wish you could look this good. No, nothing but that.
Hey, I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to make my hair look as good as yours. I mean, who has time to schedule an appointment, let alone show up for it?
Not me. I just go to Cost Cutters. I can get in whenever it's convenient for me.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you just walk into Cost Cutters and come out looking good?
Well, for some of us, that comes naturally. But Cost Cutters makes it easier. They can do anything you want. A cool cut, even some color, and get some of that styling gel stuff to keep you looking good. Like me.
Oh, so that's why your hair never moves.
Oh, you're funny.
Cost Cutters. Thanks, man. This will save me some time.
Great. Then you'll have time to work on your game.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Are you a busy guy? Save yourself time and walk into one of our area's 12 Cost Cutters whenever it's convenient for you. Then relax, because Cost Cutters will make things easy and affordable for you.
Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
Edward Ramirez now starting his third inning of relief for Kernel starter Abel Moreno. Moreno went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Struck out 2 and walked 2. Ramirez so far in 2 innings of work has allowed 2 hits, One of those, a solo home run to Larry Grayson. He's walked a batter and struck out 2. Third baseman Randall Shelley takes the fastball inside and swings at the next pitch and fouls it into the Kernel dugout. The count now 1-1. To third baseman Randall Shelley. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Alliant Energy Field. 3-2 LumberKings. And Edward Ramirez facing third baseman Randall Shelley. A ball inside bounces off the webbing of Alex Devorsky's glove and rolls back to the screen as the Roadrunner Ron Klein slides over and picks up the ball. He'll return it over to the LumberKing dugout presently. Ramirez winds up and delivers a strike on the inside part of the plate. The count now even to Randall Shelley, 2-2. Edward Ramirez on in relief for Kernel starter Abel Moreno. The 2-2 pitch on the way, inside ball 3. And the count now full to the LumberKings third baseman Randall Shelley. The payoff pitch lifted high and deep down the left field line. Caleb Mayer giving chase, but the ball out of play. Onto some protective netting over the left field picnic pavilion. Ramirez, a 6'3" right-hander from San Juan, Dominican Republic. 6'3", 155 as a ball lifted down the left field line again. And it's out of here, but foul. So 2 long strikes to third baseman Randall Shelley. And activity in both bullpens. We'll try and find out who's throwing for each team. Left-hander Matt Lincoln, his ball 4 is high, and the LumberKing leadoff batter, Randall Shelley, takes first base with the leadoff walk. Left-hander Matt Lincoln is warming up in the Kernel bullpen. And that brings up left fielder Larry Grayson. Grayson 1 for 2 in the afternoon, a solo home run to give the LumberKings a 3-2 lead back in the 4th inning. A runner at first, no one out here for Clinton in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead 3-2. The first pitch, a fastball inside, ball 1 to left fielder Larry Grayson. Grayson hit his 4th home run of the season, a solo shot off of Edward Ramirez back in the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch on the way and hit to right field. Kevin Jenkins retreats back. It's way back. And it's an opposite field home run, a 2-run shot by Larry Grayson. An opposite field home run as Kevin Jenkins turned to give chase. And Larry Grayson with his 2nd home run of the day, a 2-run shot to right field. And the LumberKings now lead 5-2. That will bring up shortstop Jose Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Walked and scored back in the 3rd and struck out in the 4th. Jose Gonzalez, the batter, as the first pitch from Ramirez is lifted high and down the line. Greg Porter giving chase, and the ball drops foul. Greg Porter gave chase to a fly ball lifted down the left field line. It dropped about 3 feet in front of him. As the LumberKings take the lead now 5-2 on a 2-run home run by Larry Grayson. Jose Gonzalez fouls a pitch into the LumberKing bullpen as a pitcher is warming up down there. We're not sure who it is yet. But one of the pitchers set up there to protect the catcher and pitcher while they warm up. Gloves the ball. The count 0-2. And a swing and a miss on a foul tip. And Jose Gonzalez strikes out for the second time this afternoon. That brings up the leadoff batter, Anthony Webster. Webster 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Singled and scored back in the third, struck out in the fourth, and flew out to left in the first. A fastball low and inside, ball 1. As left fielder Larry Grayson has single-handedly put the LumberKings ahead 5-2 with a solo and 2-run home run in back-to-back, or in the fourth inning, a solo home run, and now an opposite field 2-run home run in the fifth, or in the sixth inning. Webster hits a single to left field, and the hit parade continues for the LumberKings. They now are even with the Kernels with 6 hits. And Webster 2 for 4 on the afternoon. Cameron Coughlin now the batter. 0 for 2 on the day, walked back in the third inning, struck out in the first, and flew out to left to lead off the fifth inning. 1 on and 1 out as the pitch from Ramirez is popped up. B.J. Weed moves under it and makes the catch behind second base. And Cameron Coughlin swings at the first pitch and pops up to second baseman B.J. Weed.
First baseman,
Nate Gold now the batter. The LumberKing first baseman officially 1 for 1. He walked in the fifth. Hit a sacrifice fly to center field, which scored Jose Gonzalez back in the third, and singled in the first inning. 1 for 1 on the day. Anthony Webster at first, and the first pitch to Nate Gold, a pitch out. Ball 1. LumberKings 5, Kernels 2. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Here at Alliant Energy Field, the season finale for the Kernels. As the first pitch, or the second pitch, is low, ball 2. Kernels trying to avoid ending the regular season on a 4-game skid. A big swing and a miss by Nate Gold, strike 1. They lost the final game to the Lansing Lugnuts, and then lost the first 2 games here against Clinton. A throw over by Ramirez. Webster dives back in, safe under the tag from Matt Abram. The count 2-1 to LumberKing first baseman Nate Gold. The stretch by Ramirez, a bluff by Webster to steal second base. Gold hits a chopper, and Greg Porter charges and throws Gold out easily to retire the LumberKings here in the sixth inning. Clinton scores 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Kernel errors. The big blow, a Larry Grayson 2-run opposite field home run. The LumberKings strand a runner. They've left 7 as we go to the top of the seventh inning. The Kernels trail 5-2. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
The road to glory. For one truly exceptional individual, the lure of America's pastime and baseball immortality brought him to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is his story. Even though he is a quiet, reserved man, many say he left an indelible mark in Cedar Rapids baseball history. ESPN Radio's Bobby V.
They say if he ever does go back, Rob Dibble will end up serving hard time.
His work with wayward women inspired teammates and fans alike. ESPN's Mike Golick and Mike Greenberg.
I hear Dibble got his first tattoo in Cedar Rapids.
That's not the first thing he got in Cedar Rapids.
Rude? Maybe. Lewd? Okay, I'm guilty, but never tattooed. Not in Cedar Rapids.
Rob Dibble on the road to glory.
The Zone. Dibs, trust me, it's okay for you to visit Cedar Rapids. That restraining order's been lifted.
At Bank Iowa, our professionals know how important your financial future is to you. Bank Iowa can best meet your needs when you allow us to be a part of your financial plans. Our entire staff from all areas of the bank realizes the most important part of our bank is you, the client. We bring it all together to make banking comfortable and convenient right here at home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bank Iowa, Iowa's hometown bank.
The LumberKings go to their bullpen again, and Sixto Urena, a 6'1" right-hander from Santiago, Dominican Republic, will be on for the 38th time this season. He's made 8 starts this season, has a save. His record, 3 wins, 5 losses, a 5.01 earned run average. 5.01 earned run average in 79 innings pitched. He's allowed 85 hits, 52 runs, 44 earned. He's given up 12 home runs, hit 6 batters, walked 30, struck out 59, and 4 wild pitches. The league batting .275 against right-hander Sixto Urena. Urena will face Alex Devorsky here in the 7th inning. Devorsky 0 for 2 on the day. The first pitch from Urena, ball high. The LumberKings leading the Kernels here, 5-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Sixto Urena, the third pitcher for the LumberKings this afternoon. As he faces Alex Devorsky, Devorsky swings and lifts a deep fly ball to center field. Anthony Webster retreating. He will not get it. It rolls to the wall, and Devorsky being waved to third. He better hustle, and he slides in safely with a triple. A leadoff triple for Alex Devorsky. As he hit a ball over center fielder Anthony Webster's head, it rolled all the way to the fence. Devorsky hesitated a little bit coming around second base, but he chugs into third base after being urged on by third base coach James Rowson. Jake Mathis, the batter, he swings and misses at a fastball. That's the 7th hit by the Kernels today. And Devorsky's third triple of the year. A fastball over the inside part of the plate, strike 2 called. And Mathis behind on the count, 0-2. Kernels trail 5-2 here. As the fastball misses inside. 1-2. Mathis jackknives back slightly to avoid being hit. As Sixto Urena. Mathis fouls one off his foot and winces in pain as he takes a walk around the home plate batting circle. Kernels trailing 5-2 here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Alex Devorsky with a leadoff triple at third. And Jake Mathis in the hole, 1-2. The pitch from Urena. Lifted to shallow center field. Anthony Webster coming on, but Jose Gonzalez makes the catch just on the back edge of the dirt infield. And Jake Mathis pops up to the shortstop, Jose Gonzalez, for the first out here in the 7th inning. Matt Abram now the batter. Matt is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out in the 2nd and grounded to third to lead off the 5th inning. One out, and Alex Devorsky at third for the Kernels here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And Matt pops up the first pitch. Manny Santana has the pitch measured, and Abram swinging at the first pitch. Fouls out to the catcher, Manny Santana, for the second out of the inning. And that brings up B.J. Weed. B.J. 1 for 2 this afternoon. B.J. hit a single deep in the hole to shortstop Jose Gonzalez and laid it out for an infield single. He flew out to shallow center back in the second. And B.J. awaits the first pitch from relief pitcher Sixto Urena. He swings at the first pitch and lifts it to left field. Hector Lebron gives chase. He will not get it as it hops the wall. B.J. rounding second, and he will cruise into third base with a stand-up triple. A stand-up triple deep to right center field. The second triple of the inning. And the Kernels cut into the LumberKing lead. It's now 5-3. As B.J. Weed is 2 for 3 on the day and drives in his 32nd run of the season. And Quan Cosby now is the batter. Quan 2 for 3 on the day, doubled in the first, singled in the third, and hit into a double play in the 5th inning. The first pitch, a swing and a miss, or swing and a foul. Strike 1. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Kernels and the LumberKings scheduled to play a doubleheader today. That changed to a single 9-inning game. As Cosby swings and grounds one to Nate Gold. It's a fair ball. Gold gloves it and steps on first base. And the Kernels are retired here in the 7th inning. They score a run on 2 triples, one by Devorsky, one by Weed. No LumberKing errors. And the Kernels strand 1. They've left 4 on today. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Kernels are trailing the LumberKings 5-3. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
This is an emergency. This isn't. Say it's an evening or a weekend, and you have a, or perhaps even a, you don't need, but you'd rather not, for your doctor's office to open. That's when it's time to visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic. Just walk in, limp in, or even crawl in. And a Mercy Care physician will help you feel better, faster. There's a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic near you. Mercy Care North on Collins Road Northeast. And the new Mercy Care South on Edgewood Road Southwest. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and weekends 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, next time you have, visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic in your neighborhood.
Miller Lite, Miller Time, track 7.
Well, chillin' with my crew and an ice cold brew. Miller Lite's alright for a backyard bar. But you in the meantime, I recite this rhyme to remind the whole world that it's Miller time. In the summertime. Get back, relax, it's Miller time, yeah!
Miller Lite, Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
We move to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we have another U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. Left-hander Matt Lincoln. Matt Lincoln on for the 10th time this season. He has a 1-1 record and a .386 earned run average. He's had 1 save in 11 2/3 innings. He's given up 12 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He's struck out 12 and walked 5. The league batting .261 against left-hander Matt Lincoln. He will face Hector Lebron. Lebron 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled back in the 5th inning as he swings at the first pitch, and it just misses. Foul. I believe it went off his foot, so it was foul as soon as he hit it, but the ball rolled all the way down the dirt base path, and Matt Abram gloves it and flipped it into the LumberKing dugout. Another pitch fouled into the screen above the Kernel dugout as the Roadrunner gives chase. And the count 0-2. to the Lumber King cleanup hitter, Hector Lebron. A pitch misses low, ball one, the count 1-2. To cleanup batter, Hector Lebron. Matt Lincoln in his windup, and the pitch on the way. A swing and a miss, and LeBron is down on strikes. Matt Lincoln comes on in the 7th inning and strikes out Hector Lebron for 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Kernels trail the Lumber Kings 5-3. Left fielder Larry Grayson doing the damage this afternoon for the Lumber Kings. 2 home runs as the first pitch to catcher Santana is low, ball 1. We'll take another look here at our State Farm Major League scoreboard. And a curveball misses in low and away. Ball 2. Matt Lincoln on in relief for the 10th time this season. A fastball called strike at the knees, and the count 2-1 to catcher Manny Santana. A big swing and a miss, and the count now even at 2-2. Our State Farm Major League scoreboard brought to us by Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert, your State Farm Major League scoreboard sponsors. Santana jackknives back away from the plate as a Lincoln fastball runs inside and swings and lifts a fly ball to shallow field. Quan Cosby calls everyone off and makes the catch in shallow center. Manny Santana flies out to Quan Cosby, and there are 2 away in the Lumber King 7th inning. As we take a look at the scoreboard here, no finals so far. So we'll have nothing but partial scores to give you as Abram winds up and delivers the first pitch low to designated hitter Pedro Cairo. Cleveland and the Tigers are tied at 4, that in the 7th inning. The Blue Jays all over the Yankees 5-1, that in the bottom of the 8th inning as a curveball misses, ball 2. The Phillies over the Red Sox 6-5, that in the top of the 5th inning. Atlanta and the Mets are tied at 2, that in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. As we continue with our State Farm Major League scoreboard update, Cincinnati 4, the Brewers nothing, that in the 3rd. The Angels over the Twins 5-1, that at the end of the 3rd inning, as the 3-0 pitch is swung and missed. And the count 3-1 to designated hitter Pedro Cairo as we continue with our scoreboard update. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Kansas City nothing, Texas 2. The Cardinals and Cubs are delayed in a rain delay. And the Marlins and Expos beginning at 3 o'clock as Cairo rips one foul over the right side of the dugout. The Giants and Diamondbacks starting at 3 o'clock. And the Dodgers and Astros starting tonight at 7. That wraps up our look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard, brought to you by State Farm agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. The payoff pitch ripped hard and right under through the wickets. Greg Porter at third base gives up an error. Pedro Cairo turned on a pitch, ripped a worm burner down the line to Greg Porter. Greg was over it, expected it to take a hop up, came up on the ball, and the ball goes right through the wickets for the first error on the Kernels this afternoon. Randall Shelley, the batter. Shelley is 0 for 1 today. He was hit by a pitch and walked. And scored on Larry Grayson's home run back in the 6th inning. A curveball dropped in for strike one, and now another one misses for ball one. The count 1-1 to third baseman Randall Shelley. A fastball misses outside, ball two. Pedro Cairo at first, being lightly held by Matt Abram. And the count 2-1 to third baseman Randall Shelley. He checks the swing as the ball gets by Alex Devorsky. It was outside and has been called a wild pitch. Three and one the count to third baseman Randall Shelley as Pedro Cairo advances on the wild pitch. He's now at second base. The 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike two, and the count now full to third baseman Randall Shelley. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning here. 5-3, LumberKings over the Kernels. And the payoff pitch, a swing and a miss, strike three. And the Kernels dodge a bullet here in the seventh inning. For the LumberKings in the bottom of the seventh inning, no runs, no hits. There was a Kernel error. They strand a runner. That's their eighth runner left on base this afternoon. And as we go to the top of the eighth inning,
no doubleheaders were going to be played today. This is a single nine-inning game.
The LumberKings lead the Kernels 5-3. You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
I cannot face anyone but me. Baby, can't you see I know what's right for me? Don't tell me wrong from right. I know just what I like. Yeah, hold me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has found they got their own kind of sound. Come to shout it out. Who's that tired Pepsi?
Hey, man, what's up?
Just getting ready to kick your butt.
Right. And mess up your hair?
You just wish you could look this good. No, nothing but that.
Hey, I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to make my hair look as good as yours. I mean, who has time to schedule an appointment, let alone show up for it?
Not me. I just go to Cost Cutters. I can get in whenever it's convenient for me.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you just walk into Cost Cutters and come out looking good?
Well, for some of us, that comes naturally. But Cost Cutters makes it easier. They can do anything you want. A cool cut, even some color, and get some of that styling gel stuff to keep you looking good. Like me.
Oh, so that's why your hair never moves.
Oh, you're funny.
Cost Cutters. Thanks, man. This will save me some time.
Great. Then you'll have time to work on your game.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Are you a busy guy? Save yourself time and walk into one of our area's 12 cost cutters whenever it's convenient for you. Then relax, because cost cutters will make things easy and affordable for you.
Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
we go to the top of the eighth inning here at Alliant Energy Field in Clinton. The Kernels are trailing the LumberKings 5-3, and Kevin Jenkins will lead it off here. Jenkins 0 for 2 on the day, scored a run back in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third and grounded out to third as he swings at the first pitch from Urena and lifts it to left field. Larry Grayson moves under it and makes the catch as Jenkins swings at the first pitch and flies out to left field. One pitch and one out here in the Kernel eighth inning. And that brings up shortstop Adam Pavkovich. Adam is 0 for 2 today, walked back in the sixth inning. He awaits the first pitch from Sixto Urena. He drives it deep to center field as it is over the head of center fielder Anthony Webster. And Pavkovich holds up at second base with a double. Adam Pavkovich rips a double to center field over the head of Anthony Webster. And with one out here in the top of the eighth inning, Greg Porter is the batter. Greg had an RBI single back in the first inning. He's 1 for 3 this afternoon. As he steps in to face relief pitcher Sixto Urena. 3 runs, 9 hits, an error for the Kernels. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the LumberKings. The first pitch to Porter is low, ball 1. Adam Pavkovich at second. And 1 out here in the Kernel 8th inning. The 1-0 pitch on the way, and a swing and a foul. Big rip by Porter as he almost fouls over. Porter definitely swinging from his heels on that pitch. And the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike as Urena in the stretch and delivers. Inside ball 2, Porter dances to get out of the way of the pitch as he angrily kicks at the dirt. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike to the Kernel cleanup batter, Greg Porter. The pitch on the way, and Porter swings and rips it to first baseman Nate Gold. Nate gloves it and covers first base to retire Porter unassisted. Adam Pavkovich advances to third. And the Kernels have a runner at third with 2 out as Caleb Mayer is the batter. Caleb is 1 for 3 this afternoon with an RBI. He singled and drove in Kevin Jenkins back in the first. As he awaits the first pitch from Urena, and he swings at it and lifts it foul over the right side of the dugout. Caleb Mayer swinging at the first pitch. As Sixto Urena doesn't like the baseball, and he throws it back in to catcher Manny Santana. Josh Carlisle gives him another one. Urena stretches, and the 0-1 on the way to Mayer. Misses outside, ball 1. Five to 3 LumberKings. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Adam Pavkovich at third with 2 out. And the 1-1 pitch on the way to Caleb Mayer. A strike called on the outside part of the plate. And Urena ahead in the count, 1-2 to left fielder Caleb Mayer. Adam Pavkovich at third with 2 out here in the 8th inning. Urena stretches, and the pitch on the way outside this time, ball 2. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to left fielder Caleb Mayer. Urena stretches, and the pitch on the way. Did he check his swing? Yes, he did. The pitch was outside, and Mayer checks his swing. They appeal down to base umpire Jeremy Barb, and he says he held up. And the count now full at 3-2. The payoff pitch on the way to Caleb Mayer, and he swings and hits it to Jose Gonzalez. He throws, and at 1 hops, first baseman Nate Gold. Adam Pavkovich will score from third base, and it has been scored an error, an E6 on shortstop Jose Gonzalez. The ball hit sharply to Gonzalez. He backhanded it, had plenty of time to throw out Mayer, I thought, but the ball short hopped Nate Gold. He couldn't come up with it, and Adam Pavkovich scores from third base to cut the lead to 5-4. Well, things certainly getting interesting here as Alex Devorsky takes a strike called on a curveball from Urena. Alex tripled and scored last inning. And a fastball on the outside part, strike 2. And Alex quickly behind, 0-2. Caleb Mayer at first. And the 0-2 pitch on the way high, ball 1. as there is activity now in the LumberKing bullpen. And the 1-2 pitch on the way just misses outside, ball 2. Urena wanted the call from Josh Carlisle, but just misses outside, ball 2, and the count even to Alex Devorsky, 2-2. As Sixto stretches and the pitch delivered and fouled back over the grandstand. And the count remains 2-2. Kernels 4, LumberKings 5. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, Caleb Mayer at first base. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Alex Devorsky. And it misses high and inside, ball 3. Jake Mathis on deck. Caleb Mayer will be running with this pitch as Urena sets and delivers the payoff pitch. Mayer breaks and Devorsky swings and lines a single into left field. Mayer hung up. Oh, Caleb Mayer hung out between second base and third base. A costly base running blunder for the Kernels as Mayer is thrown out 7-6. Caleb Mayer took a big turn around second base and got hung out to dry as left fielder Larry Grayson throws him out at second base. The Kernels bring in a run on 2 hits. There was a LumberKing error and a runner stranded. The Kernels have left 5 on this afternoon. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the LumberKings 5, Kernels 4. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
You can feel it. It's all you think about. It's in your blood. It's your mantra. Your reason for being. It's in our blood, too. That's why nobody has more football than the Zone. ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. The NFL. All season long, catch every play of every Sunday and Monday night game here in the Zone. The BCS? How about Rose, Orange, Fiesta, and the National Championship Sugar Bowl? All live, all on the Zone. How about the AFC and NFC playoffs and championship games? The Zone. Super Bowl? The high holy day for football fans? 4 simple letters. Z-O-N-E. Getting the pattern here?
Can you stand anymore?
It's ESPN College Game Day all day Saturday and ESPN NFL Game Day all day Sunday. Plus NFL Preview Friday nights, the CBS Sportsline Fantasy Show Saturday mornings, and NFL Insider on Saturday nights. Where? Where else? If you love football as much as we do, lock it on the Zone. ESPN Radio.
Are you ready for some football?
High school football on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600 is back. Join us for the season opener on Thursday, September 4th, when the Prairie Hawks meet the Washington Warriors. Join me, Scott Unash, at the play-by-play. Former Jefferson defensive coordinator John Haggerty with expert analysis, and Dennis Canuck with sideline reports. The Zone's high school football coverage brought to you in part by Anderson & Brown Eye Care, Cedar Rapids Dodge, and Collins Community Credit Union. That's a season opener for high school football, Prairie and Washington. Thursday night, September 4th at 7:15, right here on the Zone.
We're back here at Alliant Energy Field. The Kernels trail 5-4. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, we have a U.S. Senator call to the bullpen. And answering that call is Ozzie Lugo. Lugo on for the 52nd time this evening. Not the 52nd time this evening, the 52nd time this season. He's 1-2 with a 2.67 earn run average and 10 saves. In 64 innings, he's allowed 40 hits, 20 runs, 19 earned. He's walked 29 and struck out 78, the league batting 178 against Ozzie Lugo. His first pitch to left fielder Larry Grayson is high, ball 1. Grayson has been the man doing all the damage so far this afternoon for the LumberKings. 2 home runs, a solo shot back in the 4th inning, and a 2-run opposite field home run in the 6th. 2-0 the count to Larry Grayson. Lugo winds up and a strike called at the knees, 2-1. To left fielder Larry Grayson. Ozzie Lugo on for the 52nd time this season. A curveball called strike, and the count even at 2-2. Ozzie Lugo gets the signal from Devorsky, and he winds up and delivers. And a swing and a miss by Larry Grayson. Well, it was all or nothing today for Grayson. He struck out twice and hit 2 home runs. Two home runs and 3 RBIs. That'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2, struck out twice, walked and scored in the third. As Lugo winds up, and the first pitch is inside, ball 1. Gonzalez acted as if he was going to bunt, but pulled the bat back. Greg Porter playing slightly deeper and quite a ways off the line at third base. Matt Abram likewise. As he bunts, Devorsky fields it on a hop, throws to first, and retires. Jose Gonzalez. A good play by Devorsky. The ground a little hard out there in front of home plate. Devorsky hopped out from behind home plate, grabbed the ball in the air, and fired a strike to first baseman Matt Abram. So 2 out here for the LumberKings in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Anthony Webster, the batter, he takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Webster 2 for 4. Singles in the 3rd and 6th innings, struck out in the 4th and flew out to left in the 1st. A fastball misses outside, ball 2. And Anthony Webster ahead of the count, 2-0. Awaiting the pitch from reliever Ozzie Lugo. A swing and a miss on a Lugo changeup. And the count 2-1 to center fielder Anthony Webster. A curveball drops in, strike 2 called, and the count even at 2-2. Lugo in the windup, and the 2-2 pitch on the way, fouled over the grandstand roof, but I guess not quite. It caught the screen at the top. And Ron Klein, the roadrunner, trots out from the dugout and retrieves the foul ball. Brody's had a busy day today. He almost got hit by a foul ball as a swing, Lugo off the mound quickly, and he tags out Anthony Webster as he runs down the first baseline. Webster retired 1 unassisted, and the LumberKings go in order here in the 8th inning. It's the last graph for the Kernels as they go to the top of the 9th inning, trailing the LumberKings 5-4. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Nature provides a built-in mechanism for animals to get ready for their future. Animals start hoarding food in the early autumn, knowing it will be scarce during the winter. We don't seem to have that same kind of savvy. Pekin Insurance Agent Teresa Brunsheen at Family Insurance Center in Monticello can help you plan ahead. Teresa can help you make sure you have the right insurance coverages for your particular needs. Nature's message is clear. Prepare. See Teresa Brunsheen, your Pekin Insurance Agent in Monticello at Family Insurance Center.
Winning smiles don't just happen. They take commitment and a team effort between you and your dentist. To create a winning smile, see the dental professionals at the Dental Center on Mount Vernon Road in Cedar Rapids. Doctors Hagenman, Stovey, and Steiberg can take care of all your dental needs. For information or an appointment, call the Dental Center at 365-0534. To create a dental health team that will leave you smiling, call the Dental Center.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin. You know, Hometown Restyling has served Eastern Iowans since 1986, providing the very finest in windows, siding, and sunrooms. Their experienced staff can handle the job from start to finish, including plans, permits, and inspections. Plus, Hometown Restyling is nationally recognized by Professional Remodeler, Qualified Remodeler, and Remodeling magazines. Call Hometown Restyling for your next remodeling project, or better yet, visit one of our beautiful showrooms in Hiawatha or Coralville. Hometown Restyling, because there's no place like home.
The Clinton LumberKings have made a call to their bullpen, and they bring on their closer, Luis Marcano. Luis Marcano on for the 39th time this season. A 2-2 record, a 1.92 earned run average in 51 2/3 innings. He has allowed 46 hits, 15 runs, 11 of them earned, 17 walks, 26 strikeouts. He has 10 saves as Jake Mathis swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Strike one. The Kernels will send Jake Mathis, Matt Abram, and B.J. Weed to the plate here in the top of the ninth inning as they trail the LumberKings 5-4. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Mathis. He swings and fouls another one off. Strike two. Luis Marcano, 12 saves on the season. Marcano, 6', 210 right-hander from Venezuela. Played his 2002 ball in Savannah. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Marcano. Lifted deep to right field, but hooking foul. Jake Mathis got a pitch to his liking and pulled it deep to right field, but foul. If that was fair, we would be tied. But as it is, it's a long strike as Marcano works from the stretch. And the 0-2 pitch over the head of Mathis. I don't think that's intentional, but Jake glares at Marcano. Home plate umpire Josh Carlisle steps out just in case there's any issues. And a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. And Jake Mathis is retired here in the ninth inning.
First baseman, number 9, Matt Abram.
Matt Abram now the batter. He's 0 for 3 this afternoon. Struck out in the second, grounded to third in the fifth, and popped up to the catcher. In the seventh inning, the first pitch to Matt Abram is low, ball one. Kernels trail 5-4 here in the top of the ninth inning. One out. And another fastball misses low. Matt ahead on the count, 2-0. B.J. Weed on deck. And if the Kernels get by B.J., then we go to the top of the order. Matt Abram swings and hits one just foul down the third baseline into the Kernel bullpen. And the count now 2-1 to first baseman Matt Abram. Five runs, 6 hits, an error for the LumberKings. 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Kernels. A swing and a ball hit to Jose Gonzalez. He gloves it and flips to first base. And the Kernels are down to their final out of the season. And B.J. Weed comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI this afternoon. B.J. Weed, an RBI triple back in the seventh inning to score Alex Devorsky. Left-hander B.J. Weed facing Luis Marcano. Marcano gunning for his 13th save of the season. The first pitch to Weed is low, ball one. As the LumberKing crowd wanted the call. Marcano delivers, and B.J. swings. He will ground the ball to Cameron Coughlin. He flips to Nate Gold. And the Kernels are retired here in the ninth inning. B.J. Weed grounds out to Cameron Coughlin to end the game. No runs, no hits for the Kernels in the ninth inning. They lose their final 4 games of the season and will finish the second half of the season 34-35. The final line score this afternoon's game for the Clinton LumberKings, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For the Kernels, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. We'll take this short break and come back for the Kernels curtain call You're listening to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Yes, Cedar Rapids, thanks for stepping up to the plate and increasing the amount of materials you are recycling every year. But we can always do more. Remember, most paper products, cardboard, metals, plastic, and glass materials can be recycled. So don't throw them in your garbage containers. Put them in your blue curbside recycling box for Collection Day. Cedar Rapids Solid Waste and Recycling reminds you, save landfill space and natural resources. Recycle everything you can.
Make up your mind. Budweiser True Music is music created for real music lovers by real musicians, like Tyler Connolly of Theory of a Dead Man.
I know a guy that has actually got a routine he does. He goes, well, from 8 to 10 a.m. I do songwriting, and then from 10 to 11 I do yoga. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You know, you just got to, to me, when it comes to me, it comes to me. I'm not going to force anything.
This moment of true music was brought to you by Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Crown Plaza Five Seasons is Cedar Rapids' exclusive downtown hotel. Make plans to experience a spectacular view from the top of the Five. Start your day off with us for breakfast or make a lasting impression on your business associates by treating them to our signature pasta bar for lunch. For any occasion, enjoy an elegant dinner or Eddie Picard Jazz Trio in the city's only rooftop restaurant. Call 363-8161 for reservations.
Yep. See you Wednesday for coming.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field on the Kernel Curtain Call. The Kernels fall to the LumberKings 5-4. They finished the second half of the season 34-35. Overall, 66-72. The LumberKings sweep this series from the Kernels. The Kernels lost their final 4 games of the season as the LumberKings go 39-30, and they finish the regular season 69-66. The winning pitcher, Brandon Luna, he's 2-1. Luis Marcana gets the save. He's 13th of the season. And Edward Ramirez gets the loss. He's 1-1. The time of the game, 2 hours, 21 minutes, and no attendance is available at this time. We'll take this quick break on the Kernel Curtain Call. When we come back, we'll take a look at our State Farm Major League Scoreboard. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Over the years, Dad will use Alliant Energy to do lots of things. To turn the lights off 10,000 times. To give 765 bubble baths. To do 3,126 loads of laundry. But most important of all, to cook 152 gourmet meals when Mom works late. To learn more, call 1-800-ALLIANT.
Looking for a sure way to bring your daughter or son the thrill of a lifetime? Then visit Taco Bell and register them for a chance to be drawn as a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy. As a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy, your child will receive a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy t-shirt, collect autographs from the Kernels, and take the field with the Kernel player for the National Anthem. Being a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy will provide your kid with an unforgettable feeling of excitement. All it takes is a visit to Taco Bell.
It's new. It's a new choice. And it's here now. It's new Levitra. Levitra Vardenafil HCl. And it's time to ask your doctor. Levitra. It's new. It's news. And it's available by prescription only. So find out about Levitra. Call 1-866-LEVITRA. Visit Levitra.com or talk to your doctor about the new choice. New Levitra. Call 1-866-LEVITRA.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field as we take a look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard, brought to you by Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. Partial scores here in the top of the ninth inning: Cleveland 5, Detroit 4. A final on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard: Toronto over the Yankees 8-1. The Red Sox trailing the Phillies 6-5, that in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Mets over the Braves, 3-2, that in the bottom of the 7th. Cincinnati 4, Milwaukee nothing, that in the 5th inning. The Anaheim Angels 5, Minnesota Twins 2, that in the bottom of the 5th. The Texas Rangers 3, Kansas City Royals 2, that in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Cubs and Cardinals are in a rain delay. And Montreal at Florida will be underway in about half an hour, as well as the Giants and Diamondbacks. And the Major League Baseball game of the week, which you can hear on the Zone, 1600 a.m., is the Houston Astros at the Los Angeles Dodgers. That game beginning at 7 o'clock. That's a look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard, brought to you for the final time this season by State Farm agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubert. We'll take a short break here on the Colonel Curtain Call and then wrap things up from Alliant Energy Field here in Clinton. You're listening to Colonel Baseball on the Zone.
What can I help you with here at Big Time Motors?
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow. That's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're number one in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I can throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're number one in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
Back here at Alliant Energy Field on the final Colonel Curtain Call of the 2003 season. The Kernels fall to the Clinton LumberKings 5-4. The damage done by left fielder Larry Grayson for the LumberKings, a solo home run in the 4th inning, and a 2-run opposite field home run in the 6th inning. The Kernels out-hit the LumberKings 10-6, but they trail on the only number that matters, that of the score. They lose the game 5-4. They end the regular season 34-35 in the second half, and 66-72 on the season. The LumberKings will represent the Midwest League Western Division as the wild card in the playoffs. And they will host the Kane County Cougars here at Alliant Energy Field on Wednesday. The game time set for 7 o'clock. Other teams making the playoffs, as we'll run it down real quickly. The Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, the runners-up in the first half, will travel to Beloit and take on the Snappers. The Snappers were the second half champions in the Midwest League Western Division. In the Eastern Division, the Fort Wayne Wizards will take on the Battle Creek Yankees, that from C.O. Brown Stadium in Battle Creek. And the Lansing Lugnuts will take on the South Bend Silverhawks from Stanley Kovalevsky Regional Stadium in South Bend. All those games will be played on Wednesday, September 3rd, and all of them will start at 7 o'clock. The game in Battle Creek, though, is going to start at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. As we wrap up the 2003 season on the field, it could be characterized as a disappointment. We saw some outstanding plays by our middle infielders, Alberto Cayaspo and Eric Ibar. In my opinion, those two players are going to be the middle infielders for the Angels in the next couple years. We saw some good pitching. Rich Thompson, the chopper, early in the season was our relief ace. And Ozzie Lugo came on to work in the second half. Ozzie doing yeoman's work with 10 saves after Chopper was promoted to Rancho Cucamonga. Other great pitching performances this year, John Toledo. Who can forget John Toledo and Rafael Rodriguez, both of them great efforts this season. And late addition, Abel Moreno Moreno coming on and doing a respectable job. He had a no decision today as he started the final game of the season for the Kernels. He was named the Pioneer League Pitcher of the Year after going 10-0 for the Provo Angels. The final score again here from Alliant Energy Field. The Clinton LumberKings 5, your Cedar Rapids Kernels 4. For the final time this season, I'm Andy Pantini, who brought you all the action from Alliant Energy Field. You've listened to Kernels Baseball on the Zone.
Everyone deserves a great insurance agent, not just any insurance agent. Paul Draper, your Pekin insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, has the experience and knowledge to provide you with top-notch insurance coverages. Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion has been insuring individuals like you for over 100 years. Dependable protection from Pekin insurance agent Paul Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, an agency you know and trust.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
No more one night. The ballpark. He won't be home that much, though, but still.
In the zone. Oh. ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. KCRG, Cedar Rapids.
Deb, who has helped John Rogers throughout the season. John is on his way back from Denver after attending his sister's wedding. And all things considered, we'll be back to bring you all the action in the 2004 season. Many great things happening at the stadium as we head forward into next season. The Kernels will be hosting the 2004 All-Star Game. The league comes to Cedar Rapids. That will be held June 15th, 2004 at New Veterans Memorial Stadium. And just because the baseball season has ended doesn't mean the stadium is closed for the year. If you have a group or organization that would like to hold a meeting or party, contact the Kernel staff at 363-3887, and we can set your meeting up in our conference room in one of the Kernel Diamond Suites. Or better yet, what better way to build team unity than having a meeting in the Kernel Clubhouse? The Kernels also have full banquet facilities and can cater any affair that you like to have at the stadium. Whether it's an Iowa Hawkeye football party, an Iowa State football party, any type of party, the Kernels can accommodate you at New Veterans Memorial Stadium. Contact Jack Rader and the Kernel staff. The number 363-3887. The Kernels also want to let everyone know about their upcoming Souvenir Stand Garage Sale. That will be held on Saturday, September 20th. Stop out at the Bim Redder Diamond Shop and cash in on some great end-of-the-season deals as the Kernels have their annual Souvenir Stand Garage Sale. That on September 20th at New Veterans Memorial Stadium. This is Andy Pantini, pinch hitting for John Rogers, signing off from Alliant Energy Field in Clinton. You've listened to Kernels Baseball in the 2003 season on the Zone.
Now you're in the zone.
Oh.
ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. KCRG, Cedar Rapids.